boys. Sun's coming up on another beautiful October day here in Indiana, but I'm actually headed down to South Carolina right now. I got 8 hours and 15 minutes to go in the truck. I'm headed down and build a track for a little kid, and yeah, pretty awesome experience. You guys are not gonna want to miss this. I truly have no idea what I'm getting myself into. The guy, he's a professional bass fisherman. His name's Brian Latimer. He's a super cool dude. He has an awesome family. I've been chatting with him back and forth since like 2018, 2019 time frame, and we linked up via Instagram and YouTube, and yeah, one thing led to another. Now I'm heading to his house to build a track. So all I know is he got me a hotel room, and the dozer's getting delivered today. Other than that, I have no idea. I got my stuff packed up. I'm headed down and winging it. We'll see what happens. Little bit of vintage, boys. Old school. Oh yeah. Hammering. About 2 hours and 41 minutes away from my destination in Belton, South Carolina. I'm about 80 miles outside of Asheville in North Carolina, and we're rolling here through the mountains, the Great Smoky Mountains. It's a beautiful country down here. Like I said earlier, I'm doing this track for Brian Latimer. If you've never heard of him, look him up. I'll leave I'll link his YouTube in my description. His son's been racing for quite a few years, and the more you look into and you explore the worlds of bass fishing and motocross, there's a lot of athletes that actually do both. There's a lot of guys in the bass fishing world, probably I would say 10 that I know of, that race and ride and have interest in dirt bikes. And then there's also a lot of guys in pro motocross and supercross that love the bass fish. Malcolm Stewart's probably the most famous one that openly supports bass fishing, and then Levi Kitchen loves to fish. Who else? I know Jordan Smith from He Rides for Star. He likes to deer hunt. I've talked to him about deer hunting before, and I know he probably bass fishes. I seen a lot of guys, like my buddy Carter Gordon. He's a arena cross guy. He's a big bass fisherman, a big deer hunter. So there's a lot of the outdoorsman lifestyle that, especially in the Midwest, that they all mix with motocross. It's just kind of it's a adrenaline junkie thing. So I've been riding dirt bikes, bass fishing, and deer hunting all since I was 4 or 5 years old. So they've all three been a big part of my life. Now, since I'm older, I don't ride as much. Bow hunting is probably my biggest passion besides racing and riding and fishing. I don't fish as much as I used to. But yeah, check out Brian, and like I said, if you have fishing or hunting interest, be sure to follow along with my channel if you don't already. Like and subscribe. It's not only excavation. I show up my whole life in every aspect if I can. So yeah, almost there. I'll check in when I get down there into my destination. Good morning, good morning. It is 7:30 a.m. The sun's not quite up yet, but we got a lot more rain last night, which when I say a lot more, I don't know how much more, but it did rain here last night. And I just want to show you guys, this dirt down here in South Carolina is crazy. Look at that. Just didn't stick to my shoe at all. It's all spongy and like real. Like I've never seen any sandy clay like this before. I've never worked with dirt like this before, so I think we'll be fine to go ahead and continue on pushing and building. Even after all the rain, you can see there's a puddle. I don't know if you can see actually, but there's a puddle over there from last night's rain. So I'm gonna let it get a little bit more daylight. We kind of are in a neighborhood, so I don't want to start the dozer too early. But I'm gonna let the sun come up just a little bit more, and then I'll get started. All right, guys, what's up? I'm here with Brian Latimer, professional bass fisherman. I actually got in contact with him, I don't know, 2018, 2019.
Been a while, yeah.
He just was getting on the pro fishing scene, and I was just getting to where my social media was going with Parsons Motocross compound. So we started chatting back and forth and commenting back and forth about dirt bikes, obviously, because that's my thing. I asked him about fishing, and he talked to me about dirt bikes, and then one thing led to another. I just shot him a comment. I'm like, hey, I'll come build you a track. And he's like, would you really? So
I was like, yeah, really? Like, because we got like a small property. I was like, bro, you can't come all the way down here for that.
He told me, he goes, it's a 27-second lap time. I'm like, we can work with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you came, dude. Like, we don't, we're new to motocross. Like how most people are new to fishing, we're new to motocross. So it's fun to get into, and like it starts with this little plot of land started as just flat. Like this time last year, it was literally flat. And then I hired a guy come in here and he's like, just push me some dirt up, make a couple jumps. And then we had like one tabletop.
Did you have anything hauled in? Any dirt hauled in?
No, nothing hauled in.
So you guys just cut all the grade down?
Yeah, just kept cutting it down.
Oh my goodness. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. Like, this is, I mean, that's a 40% grade, 50% grade. There's a lot of dirt here for a flat plot of land. Which, like, so it was like that over there?
Probably so. You can see where we cut down that power pole.
Okay,
that was all flat across.
Gotcha.
You know? So it's been, I've had a guy with a bulldozer 2 or 3 times. It escalated extremely fast because it went from wooded lot to we cleared it flat to we want one tabletop, and then last time it was like 3 tabletops, and now we're getting a whole full-on track out here.
Yeah, so I came out here last night and scoped it out. I'm making a big, I'm adding an extra lane or two so he has a faster section. His kid rides a 65 and 85, and he has a 250F. So his kid's though, he's excelling. How old is he?
He's 11.
He's 11, and he's excelling pretty quick. He just won the West Virginia State Championship in the 65 beginner class.
65D, yeah.
So that's pretty good. And I watch videos of him, like, yeah, I wasn't that good in 65.
I was never that good, and still not that good.
If I rode today, I'd probably be in the C class. I mean, I've probably lost some metric touch.
Dude, our C's are fast around here.
Yeah, up home they're not. I don't know if they're fast, they're just dangerous.
Yeah, ours are fast. Like a C rider around here is good, like really good.
Like technique's good?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no such thing as that up home.
Yeah,
it's just survive.
That. Yeah.
It's just survive.
Yeah, I've watched that because we just went to Connecticut, and it was like, oh yeah, there's C riders. I was like, dude, they're like me.
Yeah.
No, C's around here are pretty freaking good.
See, that's not good news. Yeah. For the rest of the country. Because if you go to Riders Racing C, I mean, there's some C kids that would, you know, go fast.
Yeah.
Up home, C class is like, they're good to do 2 laps without crashing.
Yeah, no, these guys are good. Your D's are kind of like me, but no, the C's are good.
I know up home at my fair race.
Sandbag a lot too.
No, I know that's big. Up home, I put on fair races, and we had a C class, and I had 40 of them. So I did qualifiers for C class on a fair track, and I was like, please God, do not let these kids die.
Kill each other.
Oh, it was dangerous. But all right, guys, follow along with this, and I'm gonna make some dirt magic happen and build some jumps, and he's gonna throw the drone up in a little bit, and then subscribe to his channel. I'll leave a link in my description, which more you probably subscribe to him than me. So
no, we'll crisscross.
Yeah, we're gonna crisscross. Yeah, help him, help me. So. Came over to Brian's house to get the boys, his boys, and their pit bikes, and I feel like I'm out here to show you guys his setup for bass fishing. We got a Falcon boat with his favorite wrap on it. Pretty sick. He's running a 2020 F250 6.7. Just got back from lunch, working on this big, they want a big anthill, so I'm gonna push all that dirt that was piled up on that backside. I'm gonna push up, make one big roller, and then a right turn back in that tabletop. So I got everything roughed in, and then Brian went and got a skid steer and brought it back. And actually, super cool, his son's 11 years old. He's shaping up this berm. Brian's all about letting him learn and teach him the right way. That's awesome. 11 years old. I love to see it. This reminds me of me when I was a kid. Look at that. That's so cool. Very, very cool. That's what we call raising them right. He said he's 11? 11. Yeah, 11 and a skid steer shaping a berm. I love to see it.
I don't want no dumb boys.
No dumb boys?
I don't want no dumb boys.
Very cool to see. Alrighty, well, nightfall here in South Carolina. This will wrap it up for me, I reckon. I got everything pretty well roughed in. Him and his son are gonna finish everything and fine tune everything on the skid steer because he wants to teach his kid how to run the skid steer. So that's super cool. I really respect that because that's how I learned. My dad threw me on the tractor and was like, stay in this area, figure it out. So granted, it wasn't a skid steer, it was a loader tractor, but still, anytime you can put a kid and trust a kid to get on a machine and learn something, that's really important. So I'm hoping to do the same with my kids when they get of age. And yeah, motocross is so cool in so many ways. There's so many opportunities to build the person up and to learn life lessons that you're going to use forever in life. So I wish pictures and videos did this place justice. That tabletop camel hump is so tall. That's pretty big. That double's not huge, but it's long for a kid in a 6580. We built a huge anthill that they're gonna finish all the way up with the skid steer. They're gonna finish all the berms with the skid steer, and I'm gonna stay the night down here tonight, and then I'm gonna get up early and make my 9-hour drive north back to Indiana. So as always, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Like, subscribe if you don't mind. I'm also on Facebook, which I'm pretty big on Facebook. Surprisingly, a lot of people aren't, but mine. I like using it. I interact with a lot of local people, so I'm pretty active on there. And then also, don't forget to subscribe and look up Brian Latimer. I'll link his page in the description. And also, thank you to Blanchard Cat down here in South Carolina for hooking me up with a dozer. I dealt with a guy named Bryce. He was super helpful. And also, thanks to Brian Young, my cat rep from up in Indiana. Thank you for hooking me up with these guys and making this possible. So, alrighty, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. So I got done with that track build earlier today, and I was gonna stay the night down there. And last night I stayed the night in an old hotel. It was built in the late 1800s, and I kind of felt creeped out last night, but I didn't think too much of it. Well, tonight I was laying there at like 11:45, half asleep, and the blanket got pulled off of me, fully pulled off of me. So I got in my truck immediately and I left, and I started driving about midnight, and it is now it's 2:30 in the morning. But yeah, I was staying in an 1800s old hotel that was remodeled, and the blanket legit got pulled off of me. I'm not kidding. I wouldn't be driving at 2:30 of the night if I was making it up. The scariest thing I've ever experienced.